Now to a CBS 2 investigation. A police whistleblower who exposed this video now tells CBS 2 investigator Dave Savini he's quitting. The 2020 video shows the final moments of Eric Lurie's life and the actions of the officers. Tonight, the veteran sergeant who blew the whistle says the department has turned its back on him, retaliating for what he calls doing the right thing.
I was a good cop while I was there, but became the whistleblower to reveal something horrific.
2 years after blowing the whistle on his own department, Joilet Police Sergeant Javier Esqueda is calling it quits, retiring, and never wants to wear the badge in Joilet again.
I've never, ever fit in to that culture because I was different.
Esqueda is the one who decided to make this Joilet police squad car video public, detailing some of the final moments of 37-year-old Eric Lurie's life. It was January of 2020. Lurie's hands were cuffed behind his back despite a piece of plastic still in his mouth, possibly a baggie of drugs, says Esqueda. Lurie was having a medical emergency, but instead of calling for an ambulance immediately, he got treated this way.
Hey, wake up, bitch!
What was the hardest part about watching that you saw?
The hardest part of watching that video was watching another fellow sergeant slap him and calling him a bitch on that video, then going straight for his nose, cutting off his airway.
Lurie's nose was held shut for 1 minute and 38 seconds. He was pronounced dead later at a hospital, and the video was covered up for 5 months until Esqueda, a training officer at the time, discovered it.
You're going to suffocate. They were so fixated on just wanting to get the drugs to charge the man that they didn't think about his well-being.
What do you feel when you think about the way Eric Lurie died?
It's hard to think about that. It haunts me to this day.
None of these officers were disciplined at all until you blew the whistle.
That's correct. They were going to sweep it under the rug.
It wasn't until after Esqueda came to the CBS 2 investigators that any of the officers involved received minor discipline.
Do you think this video would have been destroyed had you not come forward?
There's no doubt in my mind it would have been destroyed.
One officer turned off the audio function of the recording shortly after the slap, so you can't hear what was said next. Another camera angle that might have captured what happened outside the squad was also allegedly destroyed. Yet it was Sergeant Esqueda who had his badge and gun taken away, put on desk duty, and then arrested for his role in making this video public.
The officers you blew the whistle on are still on the force.
Yes, they are.
And you're the one who's facing the felony charges.
Yes. That's a hard pill to swallow. And I think about that every day.
What does that say about the Joilet Police Department?
Well, what it says about the former administration, that you can kill a man and get away with it. It tells the citizens of Joilet to be careful, because if they can get away with killing a man, what could happen to them?
He says the Joilet Police Department wanted him charged so badly they went outside of Will County to another county, Kendall County, and had prosecutors there pursue felony misconduct charges against him.
What do you think that says to other officers and me being charged in Illinois? Hey, if you come forward with the truth, with something tragic like this, guess what, buddy? Go ahead and run your mouth, because what's going to happen is they're going to fire you or take your badge and your gun. They're going to charge you with felonies that aren't even real. They're going to lie, do anything to discredit you. So why should you come forward?
Since he came forward in 2020, multiple Joilet police chiefs have retired, and now there's a new chief who sent him this letter when he learned Esqueda decided to retire this month. Despite the pending criminal charges, Chief William Evans wrote, "You should be proud of the 28 years you have unselfishly given to the citizens of Joilet. I extend our best wishes to you in your retirement." The glowing thank you is hard for Esqueda to comprehend, considering police and prosecutors are still going after him for speaking out. His felony trial is set for November.
Do you have any regrets about blowing the whistle?
I would never change a thing that I did. It was the right thing to do, the honest thing to do. Had I not come forward, they would have never have told the family. They would have hid this.
Esqueda was honored with the first ever award by the Lamplighter Project, a national organization which encourages officers to report corruption without fear of retaliation. The Will County coroner determined Lurie's death was due to a drug overdose. Meanwhile, Lurie's wife Nicole is pursuing a federal police misconduct lawsuit against the officers and the Joliet Police Department. The Illinois Attorney General's office is also investigating Joliet PD for its policing practices. Esqueda retires tomorrow.